Oh, hi, how are you? Welcome to my little toasty fire here at Christmas time. Ooh, something's missing here. This outfit doesn't look quite Christmassy enough, so that's much better. Look, that's much better. My new hat from Restraint, all in beautiful leather and sheep on the front. Thank you and welcome to this episode, a little special Christmas episode of RealClearFetish Talks RealClearCheer. I've invited some guests from season 1 back to do a nice little Christmas themed episode. So with no further ado, I will head over to the interview corner and see how we're getting on and welcome my guests.
Doug Brown, my Instagram account is Chief Daddy Master.
Alex Yu, Hoshino Armory.
Hi, this is Stefan. I'm leather_Kaiser on Instagram.
This is Dave Watt, the founder of Team Friendly Campaign, and the Instagram is Team Friendly.
Hi, I'm Michael Javro. My Instagram account is Delta Brute.
Hi, it's Brett Kapler, and my Instagram is Brettstagram82.
Hi everybody, Adam Lunter here. Instagram account is SAHEM62896.
Hey everyone, Michael Hunter here. My Instagram account is MRMOLEATHER2009.
Especially today, my slave would say I was very nice by treating him very naughty.
Oh, can you elaborate? Let's hear some more.
Absolutely. So he came down and I needed a break from working. And I decided to take him to the playroom, which is just a little bit in the back. And I told him to undress and put him in the sling. And I had promised him we would have an exercise in whole work by playing around and seeing how big we can get in with various toys. So he was all excited with that, but what he didn't realize that was also going to come out were the clothespins.
Oh dear.
We clothespinned the nipples and we apply the gel, and we started by opening him up by having him take about 4 fingers. He's not ready for the 5th just yet. No, so I cut my thumb.
Not quite a stuffed turkey
Not yet, but you know, we all need goals, don't we?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
And I just started, you know, very slowly and working him through. And, you know, as I was putting the toy in, I just started edging him. He hasn't come in about 3 weeks.
Oh, poor boy. Or happy boy, or...
well, you know, very happy slave. And then I got the last one in because I was at a lunch break. It needed to be a tryst. And while I just edged him, and, you know, he was grimacing with the clothespins, and I just said, you enjoy everything that Master is giving you, don't you? You like your early Christmas present. And he said, yes, Master. I said, let's try that again. Yes, Master, because we're not going to let you come if you don't enjoy it. If you don't enjoy coming, I won't let you come. Oh, please. And after a while, I gave him permission to come.
Oh, such a lovely sir and an early Christmas present.
Yeah, I just said felt wonderful, Master. And then I pulled all the clothespins off at one time. And wonderful, Master!
I knew something was coming. I would say that's both naughty and nice.
I've been really nice. This past year I stay home, I work, I make things. I make this beautiful armor, and I made my bracelet, actually. So I've been pretty nice. Nothing naughty at all, actually.
It's not the year for naughty this year, is it? Being stuck at home.
It is not the year for naughtiness at all.
But that's amazing. You've been diving into your armor and so on. I've been following you on your Instagram as well. I've seen some of the stuff you've been making. It's quite amazing. But if you wanted to be naughty, has anything crossed your mind you would love to be naughty with, especially on Instagram? Is there anyone that's popped out at you?
To be honest, I have not been hanging out too much on Instagram, but I would love to find a dom and do some hypnosis dom play over the internet.
Fantastic. That's really interesting. I'm sure you can find someone online that would love to do that.
I have been very nice. I am just with my line of work, it is just all about being nice in these pandemic times. Plus, you know, I'm the founder of a friendly campaign, so I gotta be friendly. And it's also very true to my heart. I find just being friendly is the way to go. But I have been a little bit naughty.
Well, tell us some of it. How have you been naughty?
I would say I've been indulging a lot in all my favorite foods and some binge watching on some Netflix. I've definitely put on my COVID-20, so, you know, I'm gonna have some work to do once the New Year's hit.
I don't think you're the only one.
But my problem is I find it sexy. Like, I feel sexy or heavier. It's just kind of my thing. So I just gotta balance what feels sexy and what's healthy. So I'm doing my cardio, but I put on the pounds.
Whatever makes you feel sexy, that's important.
It's a balance.
It's a balance, absolutely.
I've been very, very naughty when it comes to fetish, but otherwise I tend to be a good boy. That's how my family see me anyway.
So how have you been naughty then?
Let's say I've played with Playmate and we did some stuff that I didn't expect to do. Heavy bondage. Not that I don't expect bondage during fun, but he surprised me with a few different items, like a metal ball that you put around the head and the fists. So that was a lot of fun.
Sounds very much fun, but it's nice to be surprised in those situations.
Well, in this case, definitely. I would say I thought it was going to be a good session, but I didn't really expect to try those things out. We also tried a nose hook that I've never tried before. And it gave me the naughty idea of maybe getting a septum piercing. We'll see about that. I'm still inquiring around saying how much does it hurt.
I think you would suit a septum piercing. But you said a nose hook. What is a nose hook?
It's like a septum piercing. But basically you can remove it, you can put it in place by screwing it in. It's a little device and it looks like a septum piercing. It's just like, it's not permanent.
Oh, so it's a bit more of a torture device where you screw it in.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't necessarily hurt if you don't want it to hurt, I guess.
If you don't want it to hurt, yes.
And I don't think that's the actual point, but it's trying to have something to lead you by, or you can attach it to something else. So that's fun. And naughty.
Very naughty.
I'd like to think I've been nice, but you know, this is 2020, so God knows. But yeah, I try to be nice. Sometimes naughty's fun though.
You try to be nice.
What
have you done that's nice this year?
Yeah, not using my rag with anyone at work, especially because let's face it, work has been difficult this year. Like we've had so many things going on. We've effectively been in lockdown since March because not much really changed. So yeah, just keeping it together and kind of reminding myself that everybody's suffering in different ways throughout the pandemic. Some people have not seen their family in months. You know, some people have been made redundant from work, so just trying to remind myself not to lose my rag with people. I think that's my nice thing for the year.
Yeah, it's about appreciating what you have and not what you're missing out on.
Yeah, and this year has been rough. You know, it's not been a good time for a lot of people, but I think 2020, do you know what, it's taught me to revel in the mundane, in the little things that we haven't been able to do for, you know, 10 months out of the year. So yeah, that's kind of 2020 for me, take pleasure in the little things.
That's really a question for my sir. We might have two very different answers. I have been less naughty. I think it's probably the most accurate description. I'm a brat, so naughty's kind of what I do.
Well, how you been less naughty? What would your master say?
That's a really good question. I'm learning to take commands a bit better and not talk back so much.
That's an interesting process. So how are you learning that?
Caning, mostly.
Oh, that must be such a horrible punishment for you.
It's terrible.
Yeah. Is it hard sitting down right now?
Not at the moment.
Oh, that's a shame.
We did have an incident with some glitter earlier.
A gay man with glitter. How original.
Groundbreaking.
Well, I'll have to contact your master and ask him to elaborate more on the question. He might be able to answer it better.
I think we've been kind of nice, to be honest with you, haven't we?
Actually, I like to think of it another way. Instead of naughty or nice, I like to view it as nice and naughty.
Can you elaborate?
When I'm naughty, I can be very nice about it, or I can be very not nice about it. And case in point, I am doing the 12 Days of Christmas, although trying to do it in a BDSM way, while doing certain things to him. Starting with 12, of course.
That sounds interesting.
12 boys of bratting. 12 boys of bratting, 11 floggers flogging, that kind of thing.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Absolutely. Will there be a series of like, I'm doing this today and I'm doing this today?
Very well could be. I don't see why not. It's our version of the Advent calendar.
That's amazing. Now,
a new thing a day.
Now I want a partner I can do that with.
There's room. Come on over. You know.
I'll book a flight and it's not a
The more the
pandemic.
merrier. Well, okay, but you know, Christmas is a time for togetherness and, you know, sharing, and it's better to give than to receive.
Absolutely.
Actually, no. Actually, receiving is kind of nice too, actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, to answer your question, I guess it depends on what you mean by naughty and nice. But morally, I think we've been pretty nice, though. We've done a good job taking care of each other and our families lately, and just, you know...
It's hard to do, you know,
Yeah.
during the pandemic when you can't do the things that you normally like to do, see the people you normally do see and can't see. You just got to find creative ways. When you're together 24/7, we work and live together, same small place, so you just got to be creative.
It sounds like you're being very creative. I would love to be a fly on the wall, just having a look.
Why be a fly on the wall when I said you could join? I mean, you know, it's like...
Yeah.
What?
Well, you know, he could be a human fly on the wall, and I could get out that fly swatter and try to attack them flies.
Oh, I think he's threatening you with a good time.
Hey, bro.
I don't take it as a threat, so it's fine.
No threat taken, just an invite.
Well, on the toy side, I would like a leather straitjacket. But more importantly, I'd like a workable vaccine.
That's a sensible one, yes.
I like a lot of play, but you know, I like a lot. I also am very sensible and quite honest. I wish Santa would finally just bring all of us some common sense.
Yeah, that's a big bag we need of that.
You know, I'll give up all the toys for, you know, a world of just common sense and recognizing whatever your belief system is, that we are all brothers and sisters of blood.
That is so true. That is so true.
Those are the gifts. And last but not least, health to all the people in my life. Because as we've learned this year, beyond anything else, health is the most important thing.
Oh, I have a list. I would love a pair of sexy leather gloves, maybe both cop style or like a gauntlet motorcycle style, a nice leather shirt, and pants to go with it.
That's a nice little list. So hopefully you've sent your letters off to Santa so you can get these things.
I hope so too.
Oh, so I've been doing a lot of self-play, and for me, a really nice selection of toys from Square Peg Toys. I have been getting into toy play and some hole stretching, So I have some COVID goals that I haven't met yet. And I definitely get into using toys on other people as well. So a nice collection of Square Peg toys. Shout out to Scott, awesome product line, great supporter of Claw, and great product line.
Yeah, I do like Square Peg toys. So what is your goals? What goals are you having that you haven't quite reached yet?
Let's just say I have a goal in mind and I haven't met it yet.
I would like Daddy Santa to bring me more days not working but getting paid. And something to sort out this whole virus thing. And maybe reopening the back streets. That would be nice. Oh, I mean, ideally, if he's coming and he's bringing me free stuff, I wouldn't mind a full Langlitz uniform and waistcoat.
Ooh, that's a list and a half. Yes, fix the pandemic and also Langlitz.
Yeah, I mean
that's a good start.
It doesn't matter in which order. It's fine.
What takes priority at the moment? I'm not so sure. But that's fine. That's an honest thing. I'm lucky enough that in the new year, if everything goes well, I will be putting my Langlitz order in. So I'm really excited. So I can understand that wish. You can, if you don't get yours right away, you can look at me in it. So it's fine.
That's not the same though, is it?
Well, it isn't, but it's by proximity.
I'll take it, yeah, I'll take what I get.
Well, as every good boy should.
Thank you. Apparently I'm more of a brat, so some guys don't like that.
Well, I have a flogger I can sort you out with. That shouldn't be a problem.
That might be a good incentive for me not to be good.
Yeah, very brat behavior. There you go. Be careful with that.
Oof. A PS5 would be awesome, but I think he's going to struggle to get one this year. But failing that, maybe some new rubber would be lovely. You know, rubber that actually fits, because people talk about the COVID-15. I found the COVID-30. So yeah, rubber that fits would be lovely.
Any particular stuff you would like? Any designs? Any ideas?
Well, my gear, I tend to go for it, you know, being red and black. I think that's kind of a holdover from my previous handle on Recon for years. But I'd love either like a full, you know, a full surfsuit, or even just like, you know, those rubber rugby kits, because I really like them, and my thighs are thick, so they're really good in rugby shorts.
Get the legs out.
Yeah, always get the legs out, every single opportunity.
Is that on your back or just standing?
Well, it's just been standing for quite some time. I think the things have sealed over down there.
Oh dear, oh dear.
More leathers and some venture capital, because I'm trying to start a business. So if Santa would like to invest in my business, I would be very appreciative.
Well, you just have to send him a letter. So what's the business? What are you starting up?
I've started working with chainmail, so making like accessories and bracelets and things like that, but with like a kink/pride twist.
Yeah. Is that what you're wearing at the moment? That
It is.
Fashionista tie you have on?
Shameless plug, yes.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. It's that there might be someone out there just like, ooh, that's a great Christmas present. I'll order it right away.
And I made this one recently. I've got a few more that are in the works at the moment with some different patterns.
That's fantastic. So that's keeping you out of trouble then.
Wouldn't go that far. Nothing keeps me out of trouble for very long. If it doesn't happen naturally, I tend to just create it.
Yeah.
Hence the caning.
That sounds like a brat behavior to me.
Well, the big sack alone is pretty nice, actually, I have to say. You know. No, a sling would be nice. That would be really kind of nice. I think that would, you know, one of the little portable ones, we can just sort of set it up. Either that, or worst comes to worst, we get some like straps that we can hook up to the Murphy bed. And, you know.
That way I can lock him in the Murphy bed.
See, that's what he does. He's threatening me with a good time again, you know? I mean,
when you don't have a cage, you use the next best thing. Just
I'll pack my cage down and bring it over. It's only like 35 kilos. It's fine.
Ah, okay.
Oh, I think that'll be able, yeah, it'll be easy to transport. But, yeah, on a more serious note, I think and again, I don't mean to, you know, be a downer. Like I said, I think I'd really like to see for Christmas is just that people are healthy and happy, and that all us kinky people can get together soon.
Yeah, that is definitely a hope, because we are getting an itch that needs to be scratched at this point, where like going to clubs and to bars and seeing our lover families, and yeah, I'll be the first one in the door at Backstreet here in London as soon as it opens, when it's safe, of course.
No, usually at this time we're planning MAL in DC, and you know, of course, with that canceled right now, it's kind of tough to, you know. On the upside, we haven't been able to travel a lot, but we were able to get some new appliances and...
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, we've been able to turn this positive, you know, with the money that we saved from, you know, not traveling. We were able to do some upgrades where we live, you know, things that we've been wanting to do for a while, and just, you know, put those things to good use and stuff like that. As far as the Santa sack question for me, I really can't reveal what he's bringing yet, because it's a surprise for a certain someone. I know it's in that big sack and it's for him, but it's really for me too, if you catch my drift.
I think I'm getting what you're saying. I'm getting an idea.
Not that I'm advertising where it came from, mind you.
No, absolutely. Well, it's made by the
I've been a good boy.
It's made by the workshop up on the North Pole, of course.
Exactly.
It stands
for Mr. Santa, doesn't it?
It's the kinky section that the kids don't see at Santa's workshop.
That's right.
The 18 plus section.
But I too am looking forward to you know, get-togethers again. I miss the fellowship a lot. Zoom is great. It's no substitute. It's better than anything. And thank goodness we have Zoom to keep these connections going. You know, I shudder to think what it would be like, you know, 20, 30 years ago. But, you know, we'll get there. We just got to help each other stay safe, be mindful, and then we'll have a great celebration when this is over with.
Since it is St. Nick's Day.
I wonder what he's up to this time. I get to open this now?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
I insist upon it.
Oh.
He insists. Okay. Is this for public viewing?
Yeah, it's for public viewing.
We'll find out.
Ooh. New sexy underwear. I guess I'm going to have to model this. That'll be another another Zoom meeting. Okay.
3 packs of undies. That's the third day of Christmas. 3 packs of undies.
Or a couple of choice pictures for your Instagram account.
There you go. There you go.
For your Instagram account.
If you don't mind. If you don't mind a sexy senior citizen in underwear.
Oh, so. I love a sexy senior citizen, absolutely.
Hey.
That we in the United States can start to heal, that we can start to working back to my comment about recognizing whatever your belief system is, that we are all brothers and sisters of blood, no matter what the outer package is or what flavor of that package we are. And that we can put this disease behind us and actually learn from it. Those would be my hopes for 2021.
That sounds like a really good plan for the new year.
So may I ask, what are your hopes for 2021?
What are my hopes for 2021? To go home and see my family. I would like to see my family. I haven't seen them since January, to be honest. More meeting up with people again, a workable vaccine where you're not scared hugging other people. It's been a very tough year.
But I also think there's a challenge to this year. Beyond staying healthy, all of this is wonderful. This is wonderful, but I think recognizing what we do have versus what we don't have. I believe that's a challenge every day, but I think this year more than anything, it's a challenge because there are so many people without health, without jobs, homes, things like that, and that if you've got those things, beyond everything else, even if you're sick and tired of traveling between your kitchen and your living room and your bathroom, you have that, and a lot of people do not.
It's just about looking at what you have and not what you're missing at the moment.
I agree, and hopefully that's a lesson that we can all have. Maybe because I'm old. I'm going to be 57 in December.
That's not old.
Is that as hot as somebody is or whatnot, if there isn't a connection, if there isn't a meeting of minds or some common ground, it just isn't. You know, it's not hot. I just think that we need that connection, and we're seeing a world of where we have lost those connections. And I'm hoping that amongst, even in this little world, that we can get back to that and remember who we all are versus what little thing is going to be a thorn in somebody's side and getting all bent out of shape about that.
My hopes for 2021 would be for COVID to go away for good. We have enough trouble staying indoor and a lot of other things. Let's just hope that we finally can leave our houses, can come together and connect and explore ourselves with each other.
Yeah, we all hoping to get out of the houses again and so on. Hopefully we'll get this vaccine soon, and we can start living normally again and start traveling and start exploring again.
Amen to that. May it be so.
Well, for me, 2021 is going to be all about getting people on the vaccine. And there is a lot of misinformation about that vaccine, stigma around politicizing the vaccine and politicizing this virus. So for me, it is to help raise awareness about the importance of getting a vaccine and using the Friendly campaign to help combat stigma and raise awareness about the importance of getting a vaccine for COVID.
That sounds like a really good plan. We are also now gearing up for the vaccine over here. I'm looking forward to having the vaccine also so I can go home and see my family, because I haven't been able to see any of my family. My mom has health conditions, so I can't even get near her if I wanted to. So I'm definitely looking forward to having the vaccine and getting it sorted out. It's
same here. I've got family back in Michigan. You know, I moved to Phoenix, many miles away. I can't drive home for the weekend, you know, and it's been tough. But you know, just really been focusing on what we can do, not what we can't do. So, you know, just increasing communication in a variety of ways, like what you're doing, is just creating this video series just so we can up what we can do, keep focusing on what we can do. Absolutely. It's about keeping positive and focusing on what we have and not what we don't have at the moment. You got it, Rob. So, getting into the cheer of it.
My hopes for 2021 would be just maybe seeing people realizing how important it is to be in the moment and enjoy whatever is happening to you in your life in the moment, and not worry so much about the future or the past. That would be a good thing. It applies to me, but also to everyone around me, friends, family, because we don't live here forever, and it's good to get the most out of life in general. And it's, the reason I'm saying that is due to like personal bereavement. So yeah, that would be a good thing to do. Even if there's a pandemic, we can't really control it, but we can control the way we react to things to some extent. So that would be a good thing.
Yeah, it's about appreciating what you have in the moment. Yes, we are missing people. Yes, we are missing going to Backstreet, as you mentioned, but all good things comes to those who wait.
Exactly. Makes you realize what is important as well and what isn't. I would like people to realize that more and actually try their best to be in the moment. Maybe at work or, you know, for pleasure or outside work. But it would be nice for people to realize it. I think a lot of us think ahead too much. What's going to happen when I retire or whatever. It becomes a worry, and then, yeah, it makes things harder than what it should be. Apart from that, on a lighter note...
But yeah, that is a good thing, and that is something you learn over time, I think. Especially like now, you kind of just have to appreciate what's going on now and then just look at the more positive things. People tend to look at the more negative stuff at the moment, and sometimes it can be really hard not to and kind of get stuck in all that. Where I try to look at like, well, I have a job, well, I have a nice home. It's not horrible being at home, working from home. Of course, I have good days and bad days. Everyone does.
That's normal.
But in the greater scheme of things, I have it quite well compared to other people. So I shouldn't really complain too much.
For me also, it would be nice to start exploring different fields in terms of jobs, because I've been in the same job for about 4 years, and this job is supposed to be a temporary job in the sense that it's a stepping stone towards something else.
You're telling me I'm in the same job for 11 years and that was also temporary?
That's the problem.
So I know the feeling.
That's the problem with temporary stuff. People always ask me, what would you want to do? I think it's a really hard question to answer. What is there to do? I would love to know all the options. And you go back to your likes when you were a kid or when you were a teenager. And all the stuff that I like, or the jobs related to it, be something freelance, so about animation, drawing, all these things. If anyone works in that field, feel free to contact me.
It's okay with doing a shout out, it's perfectly fine.
I just want to see what kind of jobs could be related to that. That was my passion when I was a kid, and it's still my passion now, but I like creative stuff, so...
2021 kind of, it does nothing but fill me with hope, really, because let's face it, the last month, especially from, you know, was it the 4th of November right up until later, the Tuesday, the Saturday, we're in this very uncertain area, but now we kind of know where we're going, so I have greater hope for our friends across the pond. We've got a vaccine on the way, which I'm really, really grateful for, because COVID isn't pleasant, and hopefully if more people get vaccinated, we can return to some semblance of normality. I don't think things will ever go back to the way they used to be, but I do think that we can get back to something that resembles that.
Yeah, it's about figuring out where we go from here.
It's been difficult for a lot of people. We've seen some really ugly sights this year, really ugly sights, but to balance it out, we've also seen some great sights. You know, people standing on their front doorstep, 8 o'clock every Thursday night, with a couple of pans in hand, and this is across the board. I work in an area of Gateshead which actually has the largest Hasidic Jewish community outside of Israel, and the community, they're very close-knit and can be a little bit insular, but even they were standing on their doorstep, banging pans and things like that. So whilst we've seen some horrible sights, we've also seen the world come together in some respects. We've seen some dark sights, but we've also seen a lot of good sights of people coming together. This year's kind of been non-stop with bad stuff, but it has been interspersed with really good things. You know, people taking the time to help other people. You've got neighbours who previously really didn't speak at all, and now they've been, you know, throughout when people were shielding, they're knocking on people's doors and saying, oh, do you need shopping picked up? Do you need to sit right at the back of my car whilst we get you through a drive-through so you can get your test done? COVID has made our immediate community smaller, which can only be a good thing, really.
Absolutely. My neighbour's upstairs, she's been furloughed the whole time, and I've definitely reaped the good things of her baking while she's been at home. All of a sudden, my connection to my neighbour has definitely improved and much more on a personal level.
And that's great, because we were also distant for quite a long time. The world has been kind of very capitalistic, you know, probably since the last 50 years of our lives, so longer than we've been alive, at least you and me, Ralph. So kind of seeing people chill out a bit and think, oh right, what can we do? Well, we're not going to be able to go out and shop the way we used to do. We're not going to be able to go and get our hair done or anything like that. Because I mean, I went 4 months without a haircut. I was losing the will to live. Other things, how many of RealClearFetish users have picked up a hobby that they'd never had before, or they hadn't done for years? The lockdown has kind of made us go back to that, where we focus on things that make us happy, that don't involve money, which has been quite nice as well. I
was about to say, I've definitely done a lot of retail therapy online, but so the money I've supposedly saved have gone somewhere else, but that's also okay.
Yeah, totally. I mean, if Go Wild on Amazon or smaller retailers are available.
I've been supporting local fetish vendors. Like my lovely little hat here is bought from Restraint here in London, so I can definitely recommend it. It smells beautiful. It's made of leather and it's sheep here, and oh, it's lovely.
I do love a good leather cap.
World peace. I am looking forward to seeing what happens with all of the changes that have happened, because life changed this year and I don't think those changes are going anywhere very soon. So it's going to be really interesting to see how those changes play out in terms of, you know, getting back out there and being social and creating events and things like that. It's going to be a fun year, working out how the rush to get back to normal, we're actually not going to get back to what normal was. So it's going to be seeing how the old gels with the new, and I think that's going to be a really big period of adjustment.
It's the question of we are a scene of men that are very tactile, and all of a sudden we've kind of been taking that away. The whole being in proximity to someone is a risk.
Our leather club's had its first pub night recently, so that was interesting. I didn't actually get to go, but the studies are keeping me busy. It's coming up to the end of the year, so it's been assignments.
You have to keep on top of it.
Oh, exactly. But I am looking forward to getting out perhaps around the new year.
So are you involved with any of the organisation of the new events in 2021?
That's going to depend on workload and study load. Being a first year student, kind of focused on my studies at the moment and recovery.
That's good.
Finding that balance. But yeah, I am pretty active in the scene, so I am looking forward to getting a little bit more involved. I've just got to make sure that I have all of my priorities in order, because, you know, I'm a responsible adult now, apparently.
Are you?
Progress, not perfection.
Yeah, I am definitely an adult as well. I did not put up a Funko Pop of Mariah Carey yesterday when I decorated my flat.
I am not going to say a word on that one.
She's been sitting in a box since last year because she'd arrived late and after Christmas. So she's been patient all year and now she's out.
Do you play Whamageddon?
Yeah, Whamageddon, of course I play Whamageddon. It's ironic because I have that Mariah Carey Funko Pop, but also on my vinyl turntable I have the Wham! Last Christmas single, which I only play after the 25th. It has to be said, because I don't want to lose in Whamageddon. But I still, I only get to like maybe, I think last year I got to the 2nd of December.
Oh, wow.
And I got whammed
knocked out in the first 24 hours.
Yeah, I got whammed in a store. I walked in and it was like, oh, fuck.
Yes, but did you hear the song?
Yeah, I heard the song. I didn't run out. I was just like, fine, it's happened now.
You completely missed that one.
It was quite something.
I have a lot of hopes, actually. First and foremost, I hope that this pandemic lessens and that people, you know, are healthy again. I hope that the death rate drops, you know, to 0. You know, first and foremost, this is United States of America. I hope for more compassion, more love, less divisiveness, more cooperation, more, you know, compassion of working together. And my other big hope is for us to once and for all address systemic racism, and let's do something about it. We owe it, we have to. Enough is enough. And I think we need to really stand up and do this. So I think 2021, I'm hoping will be a turning point in a lot of different areas. I think we can do it.
I think also, for me, like, and this is more on the recovery side too, but you know, I've met a lot of people through Zoom over the last year. I'm actually hoping to meet a lot of these people in person. You among them, and you know, a few other friends that we've made, you know, at the IML group or at South Florida Kink and Fetish meeting. I haven't yet been to the meeting in Berlin, but I understand that that one's a pretty strong one for Europe.
The Berlin meeting is absolutely amazing. The few ones I've done, and well, you'll recognize a lot of faces in there anyway because it's so widespread anyway. So, but it's quite something with all of a sudden having all these meetings move online. All of a sudden you connect with the whole world, with the kink scene and with recovery scene. It's quite something. Yeah, and that's actually kind of, you know, like I said, it's been good to have that. I think it's certainly made, well, I don't know if it's made the time apart worthwhile, but I know that it certainly added a necessary degree of fun and naughtiness. And also, I don't know, just like, you know, the ability to sort of, you know, be yourself at this time. You know, I mean, like, you know, definitely needed that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting all of these kinky mofos in person, you know, at some leather event, you know, whatever it happens to be, whenever it happens to be. You know, in a perfect world, it'll be, you know, Claw 2021 or Folsom Europe or Antwerp. What is it, Easter? Easter Berlin, Antwerp leather weekend, and there's Folsom Berlin. Folsom Berlin is amazing, but Easter is definitely my favorite, and I would happy to show you around if you did come over.
Yay!
I did that. I did that for Jeffrey Payne in his title year, so I was his guide around Berlin.
That's awesome.
So.
Yay.
So
that's another one of our brothers.
Yeah, absolutely. He's such a sweetheart. I'm loving his TikToks with where he's sitting in office and his assistant comes in all the time. It's amazingly funny. But yeah, that sounds amazing.
Everyone have a happy holiday, whatever you celebrate, and a wonderful, happy, and most importantly, healthy New Year. Take care, everyone.
Happy holidays and Happy New Year.
Happy holidays from Dave and Friendly Pup, and Happy New Year, everyone. Let's hope 2021 is much, much better.
Happy holidays and Happy New Year.
Happy holidays and Happy New Year.
Happy holidays and Happy New Year. Have a safe one.
Happy holidays and Happy New Year.
Happy holidays and Happy New Year. Have a great one. I'm super excited to bid the guests for season 2 welcome in January for RealClearFetish Talks RealClearPlay. It's gonna be amazing, and I have an amazing lineup. So I look forward to see you in the new season. Thank you to all my guests. It's been amazing to have them on. And also to the amazing Restraint Boys for my beautiful hat for this episode. Thank you very much. Have a great Christmas and a great New Year.